Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, July 7th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I take time to notice that I'm not just showing up for everyone else's needs, but I'm showing up and nurturing my own needs. And today we have the moon moving through Libra. Moon moving through Libra, making some connections, connecting to Saturn, connecting into Pluto. And we're also having that build between the Sun in Cancer and Chiron, a square between them. That's going to happen early on Friday. And that's the overwhelming feeling that I was getting. You know, living with my Cancer mother really showed me how Cancers can tend to take care of everybody else, make sure everybody else is okay, to like the deficit of themselves. And sometimes Libra can do that too. Libra can often try to create harmony outside of the self rather than harmonizing and balancing the self. So between these two things, these two energies, we may find ourselves leaning towards supporting others and not necessarily showing up for ourselves. And so this is definitely a call to show up for ourselves. And the top of the cards we have today is the Queen of Pentacles, making sure on a physical level, but I would also say spiritual, emotional, mental, I'm getting physical for sure, that you are showing up for yourself, that it's okay to show up for your needs. It's more than okay. It's necessary for you to show up for your needs. Now, that Saturn and Aquarius piece may not necessarily agree. So we have the moon connecting to Saturn and Aquarius. Aquarius can be, again, focused on like, let's be of service. Let's serve the world. Let's show up and make the world better. I have this responsibility. I'm called to show up. And it can be, again, at a deficit to the self. So keep that in mind. Check on your vibration. Where are you at? Are you tending to yourself? The other connection, it's kind of a slow astro day, which is good, is the moon connecting to Pluto in a square. And my feeling is if you have not tended to yourself, that Pluto energy is going to hit you hard. Suddenly you're going to be like, oh, I have not taken care of myself and I cannot move another inch until I do. Pluto is where we are called to feel empowered. And so if we've given our power away in this way, tending to the needs of everybody else, chances are we're going to feel this energy. Now, that doesn't actually hit its peak until 6:04 p.m. Pacific time. So we're going to be building to that. So keep your awareness up. How do you need to stay in balance? What needs are needing nurturing? What needs are needing your present? What needs balancing out at this time? And I really do feel like the emphasis is on the self because we have Chiron in Aries, which is building to a square with the Sun in Cancer. And that's going to be early on Friday, like I mentioned. And that Chiron in Aries is like, tend to yourself. Aries is self. Aries is I am. Tend to yourself before making sure everybody else's needs and everything is nurtured. And it's opposite what I was taught in my life and opposite what so many have been taught. And I think that's why so many of us are dragging around depleted, because that's what we've been taught. And so we want to fill others from an already full cup, not a depleted, empty cup. So keep that in mind. Watch for where your patterns of comfortability are in serving others rather than showing up and serving yourself. Now, it's interesting because we do have the moon shifting into Scorpio in the evening, 10:10 p.m. Pacific time. We have moon in Scorpio. So Sun in Cancer, moon in Scorpio. It feels like, again, if you are not showing up for yourself, that's going to feel like emotional outpouring that is going to be happening for you with that. So be aware if you start getting emotional, if that Pluto energy is like making you feel pew, 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 sandwich that I just got, fighty or punchy or whatever. Recognize this is a sign that there's some place that you're out of balance and probably some place where you have overgiven. So awareness of that is important. I also have the Patience card in reverse. So my feeling is with the moon in Libra and squaring Pluto energy, that we may get a little impatient with things. So just realize that Plutonic energy may bring that up a little bit. Besides that, I do think that we are phasing out some old patterns. I have the breakthrough card. So this might be, even if you do find yourself off balance, even if you do deplete yourself, this may be the breakthrough that you've been needing to help get yourself into a new pattern. I have the completion card, and the completion card to me in this is like, all right, so you may do this thing, but this time you're really aware of it. You're like, I did the thing. Okay, I am not going to deplete myself anymore. I'm going to release this pattern that I have been holding on to. I'm going to release this thing. I'm going to release my need to be needed. I think that there's some who are working that need to be needed. So that might be coming through with this. Keep that awareness. Again, with the Chiron Sun connection, there is potential for healing, but it may be uncomfortable. We have the square, so it may be through going through this uncomfortable thing that we realize, like, this is not anything that I want to be playing out in my life anymore. So I'm going to leave that here for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.